Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Jaw Jackin. I am your host, Jerry Guy, just kicking it on the airwaves, on the mic, bringing you cybersecurity answers to your cybersecurity questions, talking chat, sharing resources, having a good time, helping each other out. All right, first question coming in. Do you have a video on cyber kill chain, Dr. Ozier? I do not know if I do, but I might. Let me actually check that. I have over 1,000 videos on the channel, so sometimes I forget what I've done. I feel like yeah, there we go. Look at this. That's my, hold on, that's the wrong screen. Whenever it comes up, I always tell you guys. So that's the little script I read. And then this is the Simply Cyber audience, because I want to look at you guys when I talk, so it's more natural if I'm looking at an audience. Plus, it helps me with my public speaking, because I'm usually talking to 1,000 well-dressed people. And in the back, I see Kimberly on the couch, on the back right there. We've photoshopped that in. All right, so let me just change the screen real quick, and then I think this is the right one. Yeah. All right, so this is a little bit older, whoever asked about the cyber kill chain. But yeah, this video right here, it didn't really perform well at the time. I thought it was going to be hot. It's the only video I ever filmed in my hallway with my library or with my bookcase. But cyber kill chain fully explored right here. So yes, I'm super happy to report I have a video for that. Again, I got to get the shirt made. NSA Virus Lab says, what do you like about Flare? How is Flare not exposing client search data? So Flare, you have to get, first of all, like, let me explain what Flare is, right? For those who are wondering. I'm not going to log into it. You can't see it logged in, but this is Flare. Flare.io is the URL. John Hammond's got some videos on it. I'm going to have a video coming out soon. This platform basically, it's like a threat intel ingestion engine. And the question is, how is it Flare not exposing client search data? I mean, I don't know about client searches, but basically it scans the dark web. It does intel gathering, and then there's some AI to like make it interesting and focused and stuff like that. But basically, you can use Flare to find Stealer logs, compromised data. You can use it to basically have an aggregation of Telegram threat actor channels. If say a threat actor claims that they've breached your company. Well, first of all, you might not even know it, but with Flare, you can actually set up alerts and identifiers. So when you show up in a dark web form, Flare announces it to you, and then you log into Flare and you can go dig deep. So you don't have to wait for them to make a public announcement. It's very, very powerful, frankly. To me, it's a cyber threat intelligence capability that can enable security operations to be way more informed and move way faster. And in my video, I'm going to do, I think, 3 different use cases probably on how I would use Flare at my organization. All right, let's see. Jerry says, the coming wave. This is from Live Beats Labs, Andy McPherson. The coming wave. Do you find it concerning that the individuals responsible for legislating AI, concerns me as they legislate guns? All right. So I mentioned this earlier. I'm reading this book right now. I would strongly recommend you read this book. Again, I've only read through the first part of it. Like basically you can see there's like 4 parts, right? I've read Homo Technologicus, and I'm moving into the next wave right now. It's very sobering, borderline horrifying. But basically, I'm not worried about who's legislating it. Just to put it plainly, like there are unintended consequences of technology, right? One of the examples they use in the book, right, is the printing press. Okay, so Gutenberg makes the printing press in like 1539 or something, okay, or 1239, whatever it was. The idea behind the printing press was so they could make Bibles way more accessible to people, right? So before the printing press, you had to handwrite everything. Super pain in the A. Printing press, you're just cranking out Bibles, spreading the word of God, the gospel, whatever, all over the place. Gutenberg's feeling good about himself. Now, what ended up happening was, yes, Bibles went all over the place, but also there was an explosion of scientific research and discovery because people doing science and research could document it and share it wider. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get into a religion versus science and evolution and all that kind of discussion, but my point is, obviously, science and the proliferation of scientific knowledge challenged the church to the point where, I mean, you guys know what happened with, like people doing science like Galileo, et cetera, like Copernicus, like being kind of round up and those ideas being dangerous, right? So the printing press ushered in a massive renaissance of discovery and scientific development, which was the opposite, right? So like, that's just one example that they point out in the story of like, yes, this technology is phenomenal, but it can have unintended consequences. Also, when they talk about technology, they talk about, listen, there's this technology. It's super useful. People understand what's going to end up happening is it's going to get more widespread and more cheaper, which makes it more accessible and more ubiquitous. Another thing that they say in the book that's like perfect example is it will take an international effort on all sides as a humanitarian effort, essentially, or as a society, to decide not to do dumb stuff. Like example, thermonuclear weapons. We all agree that it is a bad idea to have those things running around and just deploy them, right? So there's been like a concerted international humanitarian effort, or when I say humanitarian, you know what I mean, like societally speaking, to limit and stop the proliferation of those weapons because they're too dangerous and the unintended consequences can't really be expected or anticipated per se. So anyways, this book is all about AI and what we need to do about it. Very scary. Great book though. Is DevSecOps a good part of cybersecurity to go into? Because I recently had an interview for a SecOps internship, Zach Morrison. So Zach, I would say DevSecOps is a great place to go if you want to work in big tech and if you're a software engineer. I would argue that you should have familiarity with software, CI/CD pipelines and modern software engineering practices to be a DevSecOps person. SecOps, I actually think SecOps is a great opportunity. If you got an internship in SecOps, I would run with it. You get a lot of exposure. You see a lot of stuff. It's a very transferable skill set and job. Cyber Eddie, thoughts on spinning up a personal website for a resume to break into cyber? I think it's a phenomenal idea, Cyber Eddie. I would absolutely do it. 100%, right? I mean, if you're low on budget or you want to just make it easy, you could use GitHub as a personal repo for your portfolio. That's definitely reasonable, and no one's going to look down upon that. But if you want to spin up your own, heck yeah, definitely do that. I think, let me see if I can find this really quickly. I actually did this myself years ago. The thing is, I can't really find it because I have so much crap on the internet with my name associated with it now that like I can't really search for it. But let me see if I can find this. No, unfortunately, I did do that. I have a resume on a WordPress site somewhere on the internet, and it was exclusively for that. So I think Cyber Eddie, it's a phenomenal idea. You should definitely have an opportunity to give one link to someone and have them come find out about you. I mean, personally, I don't know if you guys know, but like, I have like simplycyber.io. Again, you don't need a custom domain. You don't need a custom website, all that stuff. But if you go to simplycyber.io/socials, like this is a link tree. And basically it's got, here's who I am. Here's like how you can reach me, right? Discord, LinkedIn, email. And here's all the things, right? Here's my Cyber 101 course. Here's a book I wrote for free, GRC Analyst Master, TCM, right? Like this is a really cool, easy way to give someone one URL and be able to direct them to all of the things. I actually use this all the time. So like, it's not uncommon for me to be like at a conference or having coffee with someone, and I'll mention something that I do. And they're like, oh, that's really interesting. I'm like, oh, go to simplycyber.io socials right now on your phone. They pull it up and I'm like, just scroll that one right there. That's what you need. So it makes it very easy to connect and share quickly, which is what you want. You want to reduce friction as much as possible. Carrie says, not a question, Jerry, but I do, but I am using the queue up front. Not a question, just to say that I got in touch with DeVry and will be going back since I was so close, and will have my bachelor's with networking fundamentals. Hell yeah, Carrie. Nice job, Carrie. I love the initiative. Lifelong learner. Keep going. Sexy D's in the house. Hi, all. How can I get an entry-level cyber job after I get my Sec Plus? I have previous tech support experience. Great job, Sexy D. What I would say is twofold. One, I'm going to give you like the quick answer and then the long answer. Sexy D, if you go to simplycyber.io/socials and you grab this right here, this book, it's a free book, okay? It's this book right here. I wrote it. It's like 15 pages. It's literally a 10-step plan on how you go from not in the industry to in the industry. I think step 1 is getting fundamentals, which you already have. Step 2 is getting a killer LinkedIn profile going, because that's going to be important later. Step 3, I think, is getting your Sec Plus, which you've already done. So you're already on like step 4 or 5 at this point. So I would look into that. So that's the quick answer. The longer answer, I would say, is figure out what role you want to do in the industry. So like, let's say it's SOC analyst. Go get practical experience as a SOC analyst. I have a playlist on the Simply Cyber channel on doing, so you want to be a SOC analyst, where you can learn exactly how to walk through and do all those things. Let me show you. So this is the Simply Cyber website. This is YouTube, Simply Cyber. So you want to be a SOC analyst. Where are you? Here. Right here, this playlist, this will give you real practical experience. If you want to do GRC, my GRC Analyst Masterclass has 5 labs and resume bullets you can get. The TLDR here for Sexy D and for everybody else is that you can have certs, awesome. You can have degrees, awesome. You need practical experience. I know several people who have graduated with a degree in cybersecurity that cannot get a job because they don't have practical experience. It is that important to hiring managers right now that you need to do it. And you have to keep grinding, okay? So that's the answer, Sexy D. It's straightforward. Here's the thing. The answer is pretty straightforward. It's a lot of work, right? And I mean, spoiler alert, cybersecurity doesn't get easier. Like if you climb a mountain and get to the top, there's another mountain in front of you. There's no summit, unfortunately, but I mean, that's the reality. I like that challenge every day. Cyber Eddie, Chris K. Hall, what about looking up data entry in Fiverr? I don't know what you mean, Chris K. Hall. What about looking up data entry in Fiverr? So I guess hiring someone to do data entry for you as a Fiverr contractor, I mean, that's fine. I mean, it depends what data it is and if you feel safe with a stranger having it. Let's see. All right, so the printing press was 1445-ish. Thank you. Okay, hold on. There's a lot of Jesus talk in mod chat. All right, Jenny Housley. Jenny Housley with a question. Hey, Jenny Housley. Guys, if you don't know Jenny Housley, say hi. She's got a monkey wrench next to her name and a blue badge, and she is just awesome. Jenny Housley, have you made a video about being a cybersecurity project manager? I have not made a video about that, Jenny. but I certainly could make one if people want one in chat. I mean, I've done cyber PM stuff. I mean, it's kind of a GRC function unto itself, but I would actually, you know who I might, base case, who's been quiet, right? So base case, if you're watching this, I hope you're well. It's been a minute. He pops up every now and again, but he was a project manager, technical project manager for NCC Group for a bit, and I bet you he would really deliver massive value on that. So maybe that could be like a fun 30-minute conversation. I don't over edit it, and I get that published. So let me take that for action. I am super busy, but that sounds like a fun little project to do. So let me see if Base wants to grab 30 minutes. Base case, Cyber PM, bid. All right. Thank you, Jenny Housley. All right. All right. Cool. Space Tacos knows how great Jenny Housley is. Oh, hey, really quickly, I don't know if you guys are interested in this. I'm very interested in this. We got 322 people here. I'm teasing this right now. So on April 4th, so tomorrow, if you're watching this live right now or on Wednesday, April 3rd, this is tomorrow, April 4th, at 2 p.m. Eastern time. John Strand is going to be the guest on ACI Learning. John Strand from Black Hills, John Strand from the company of the shirt I'm wearing. It's a live webinar. If you guys are interested, I would love to coordinate and organize a raid of this stream. All about good times, all about good intentions and good vibes, not being bad. But I think a raid could be fun, just showing our support for Black Hills and John. I love their company. We do a lot of collaborations between Black Hills and Simply Cyber and some of the other groups in the ecosystem. So I just wanted to do a raid on this. So let me know if you're interested. I'll remind everybody tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But let us know if you're interested in raiding. Also, Jenny wants to know if there's a difference between GRC PM and technical PM. I'll tell you what, that'll be a question that gets answered, because I'll be able to bring the GRC PM thoughts, and then Base will have the tech PM, and we can compare and contrast. All right. Oh, De Niro wants the link. Here it goes. All right. Link to Strand. All right. All right. Marcus Kyler, Cyber PM. Love it. Sorry. All right. Elvin Lopez is in on the raid. All right, cool. Yeah, we'll do it. Let me look at my schedule tomorrow. Yeah, I don't have anything before that, so maybe I'll if you are on Simply Cyber's Discord server, there is a SC notify role that you can get, and I use that role to ping people when we're doing stuff. That way I don't ping everyone, which tends to piss people off, which I completely understand. So you can opt in to be, it's essentially like hitting the bell for notifications on Discord. Reminder that we're doing the AMA event on Discord on Friday. We're also doing bingo on Friday. We're also doing the quarterly State of Simply Cyber on Friday. Friday's a busy day. Silent Hawk is in for the raid. ZMF is in for the raid. Okay, cool. Zach Morrison, have you known people that started out their cyber career in the help desk field? Oh yeah, lots of people start on the help desk. Zach, lots of people. The thing is, you got to have a clear way, like, all right, I'm going to do help desk for 1 year, 2 years, or whatever. And while you're doing help desk, you're still leveling up your cyber skill set and getting practical experience, practicing labs and stuff, and then having conversations, hopefully with like the information security office at the business. That's what I would do. All right, we're at 9:26, couple more minutes. I love the raids too, Space Tacos. I got a lot of work today. working on a bunch of different things. Let me see what I got going on here. So I'm doing some work with a company called Backslash, which is an AppSec company. I'm doing work with Flare, obviously. I've got a special event on April 18th I can't talk about yet. And then, I don't know if anyone uses Delete Me, but Delete Me is going to be a sponsor of the Daily Cyber Threat Briefing here at the end of April. But in order, I signed up for their service and I'm using it. It actually takes a few days for them to like comb the internet to find all your data. So I'm actually pleasantly, I'm looking forward to seeing like what Delete Me finds and what their workflows look like. So far, it's been a great experience. I didn't have any problem going forward with a sponsorship with them because I've heard really good things from different people in the community. So if you've used Delete Me, let me know. I'd be curious what your experiences were. But look forward to that coming up. Jay Killadelph is going to be in the raid. Yes. Luke Canfield, smart move. Sat in the same cube farm as the cyber team. It's called networking. Telling you guys, exposure is where it's at. Ross, blue badge. I have someone part of the help desk who I'm actively introducing to cyber areas as he's shown interest. Very nice. Kuda Chimera with a question. How can GRC professionals provide value for artificial intelligence security as a cybersecurity domain? That is a good question. I mean, honestly, Kuda Chimera, the things that come to mind right away is around educating and putting in controls around data governance, putting in access controls, educating end users on the use cases of AI and being mindful of that. Maybe some information around tuning AI, right? If you've got AI incorporated into your existing tool stacks and tool sets. Those are the first things that come to mind right away. Alan Escobar, I'm not sure what you're asking about. There's a couple different things happening, so I can't tell you what time unless I know. Let's see. Ooh. Jesse Johnson, do you want me to ask that? All right. Hey, Jerry, Wizzy Waza says, how did the poll do around the other upcoming video ideas? Would love for a deep dive on NIST 2.0 implementation breakdown. P.S. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Wizzy Waza. So, Wizzy Waza, just so you know, if you'd love a video for NIST CSF breakdown, let me share this with you. I don't know if you saw this. I did a video on NIST CSF 2.0 and all. So let me drop that first. Again, I don't know if you saw this or not. Another thing that I did recently, was, how do I do this? Nope. I did something recently and I want to comment on it. Let's see. All right, so I did this poll recently around what class do you want next. So Simply Cyber Academy is my school, right? And there was, I ran this poll. I think maybe this is what Wizzy Waza was asking about. But how to fully implement NIST CSF 2.0. That was like how to build a cyber program using NIST CSF 2.0. The full simulation of enterprise risk assessment is literally what I was going to work on next. But looking at the responses, like no one seems interested in that, which is kind of wild. But you know, I got to do what's right. And then finally, overwhelming, almost half of you wanted all things entry-level vulnerability analyst, which would be very similar to my GRC analyst course as far as like setup and delivery and everything like that. So I got to check the LinkedIn poll, but chances are I'm probably going to do this class next. Because here's the deal, guys. Like, you know, I do a lot of stuff for the community. Obviously, this brief, all my videos, they're free and everything. But like, this is my full-time job. So I did Cyber 101, and it, you know, it's got a couple challenges on the lab side, but it hasn't really gained traction. So I spent 11 months working on something that isn't really having a return. So the next class, I want to make sure it's something that people want. I'm basically doing like a market survey. So eventually I want to make all those classes, but in order to make good business sense, I need to make the class that people want. So all things vulnerability analyst is going to be the next one. Pretty sure. I got to check the LinkedIn one, but yes. Let's see. All right. Hey, really quickly, community members, there's 300 of you in here. I want you all to know, I have a question for you guys. This is an opportunity. This is a really cool opportunity to like give back to the community and network. So Slay Security Plus, this is run by Jesse Johnson. He does it every Thursday, at least, a live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern time. You can see it right here. It's a live study for Sec Plus. So if you're studying Security Plus, it's amazing what he's doing. It's live, it's interactive, there's questions. He's blowing it up. He will bring on guests to be part of the show with him. He's actively asking for individuals who are interested in being guests on a live stream. Space Tacos in chat has been a guest. So if you're interested, whether you're studying for Security Plus or you've already got it, if you're looking to mentor, whatever, connect right now. Here's the YouTube channel for everybody, but Jesse Johnson, ping him to volunteer. And Space Tacos, if you want to talk about your experience on Slay Sec Plus, please do that. But yeah, talk to Jesse. It's awesome. All right, it's at 9:33. I'm just going to do a quick little lightning round. Space Tacos got invited to sit on a tabletop exercise by Cyber Department. Yes. Very awesome. Space Tacos, bring the heat, bring the value. Dreaded N Tech. How do you know when you're ready to transition from IT support into a role like SOC analyst? Just step into it, man. Even with imposter syndrome, go for it. That's when you know you're ready. Lazaro, good morning, Dr. Ozier. Do you know about My Differ? He has great YouTube channel and would make an awesome guest for Thursday Live. I do not know about My Differ, but I appreciate that. Also, we had that request for, what's his name? Pirate Software. So, all right. So this guy looks pretty cool. My Differ. I don't know if you guys, I'm going to subscribe to him. Hello. Yeah, let's see what's up. You know what? I'm probably at the point now, honestly. I'm at the point, or I'm very close to the point, where I almost need to not hire someone, but like I almost need someone to just like it's not uncommon for me to like get guests like Katie Paxton Fear or this tomorrow night, Jason Haddix. But like Pirate Software, like you guys asked to hear from them. I think it's a cool idea. I don't have time to reach out to Pirates. I know it sounds stupid. It should take a minute to send an email and coordinate it. But there's like a whole workflow and everything associated with it. And it's difficult for me right now. Like I'm trying to work on a bunch of projects, make sure I pay the bills, make sure I'm a responsible husband and father and care provider. So it's just hard to do that stuff. But yeah, thank you, Lazaro. And if I don't get him right away, don't be shy about reminding me. All right, which shirts is better after CEH to get into the defense side? Okay. I would say CYSA plus. Security is one. Security blue teams level 1 cert is another. You could even argue that security blue teams level 1 is actually gives you more practical experience. I haven't taken either, but I know CYS plus is considered, is like seen as like a good like SOC type thing. All right. And final question here, Taekwon Gong, how do you get over the fear moving from one role to another? I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're uncomfortable, that's great because that means you're going to be learning some new stuff, right? Don't see it as like a scary thing. See it as like an opportunity to like learn new things and grow as a professional, right? So it's all about perspective, Taekwon Gong, right? If you have a good attitude, if you take initiative, you'll be fine, right? All right, guys, it's time for me to boogie out of here. We went a couple minutes over. I genuinely appreciate all of you. Thank you so very much for making Simply Cyber Daily Cyber Threat Brief great. Thank you for making Jaw Jackin great. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern for the Daily Cyber Threat Brief. Don't forget, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Jaw Jackin, DJ BSEC will be on the air, spinning the ones and twos, two turntables and a microphone, bringing his perspective on infosec and answering your questions. At 4:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, Jason Haddix will be my guest on Simply Cyber Live. On Friday this week, we'll have Daily Cyber Threat Brief in the morning with Bingo, which is going to be a lot of fun. 12 to 1, we have State of Simply Cyber. 1 to 2, we have Discord AMA event. So a lot of great content for you to get massive value. That's what we're doing here at Simply Cyber. Leveling people up, high-fiving, and doing what's up. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Thank you so very much. Until next time, stay secure. I hope you enjoyed the Jaw Jacking. Be sure to check out the Simply Cyber Daily Cyber Threat Briefing happening every single weekday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., where you can get the top cybersecurity news stories of the day, network with other professionals, and then stay for the Jaw Jacking just like you saw. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. See you in the next one.